So we go back to this element of first-degree assault. Again, one for the throat, one for the abdomen. We know that Ms. Lane in this case caused serious bodily injury to Michelle in her throat area when she stabbed her, when she strangled her, when she put all of her weight on her throat, when she got on top of her, causing her to lose consciousness. And then she moved down to the abdomen, where she cut Miss Wilkins in the abdomen, took her baby out, and her lower intestines were hanging out of her body. That's the first-degree assaults in this case. We then go on to second-degree assault. And the elements of second-degree assault are essentially the same as first-degree assault. It's just different degrees. So all of the elements are the same, except it's not serious bodily injury, it's just bodily injury. Again, we have this intent element, specific intent. Bodily injury just means pain. It doesn't have to be that serious bodily injury. This is the charge of second-degree assault, and again, there's 2 counts. Count number 4 is for the head by means of a bludgeon. That's the lava lamp. The defendant hit Miss Wilkins over the head with the lava lamp, cracking it, causing it to break, causing those injuries, those lacerations to her scalp. And count number 5 is throat area by means of hands. Somewhat similar to the first-degree assault, but again, that strangulation, that she's using her hands as a deadly weapon. As I said, anything can be a deadly weapon. It's just the manner in which it is used, what raises an ordinary object to a deadly weapon. And then there's the crime of attempt to commit murder in the first degree. The elements of attempt are what's on the screen. Again, the same 2 elements are the same. Element number 3 is that she acted after deliberation and with intent. And element number 4 is that she engaged in conduct constituting a substantial step toward the commission of murder in the first degree. And murder in the first degree is essentially murder that is committed after deliberation and with that specific intent. So here we know that Ms. Wilkins luckily did not die, and that's why this is an attempt and not a first-degree murder. But we have to prove that the defendant, after deliberation and with intent, took a substantial step towards causing the death of Ms. Wilkins. Substantial step is conduct that is strongly corroborative of the firmness of the actor's purpose. So you can't just think, oh, I'm going to kill this person. You have to do something that is strongly corroborative of your intent. The term after deliberation means an action that is done intentionally, but it is also done after time for reflection and judgment concerning the act. It's not a hasty or impulsive act. Now, after deliberation doesn't require that somebody sit down with a pad and paper and write out a plan and think about it and devise a plan. It just means that this deliberation occurs after the exercise of reflection and judgment, which can be as long as it takes to form a thought, to complete an action. There's no time limit on this. It really just depends on the circumstances, as long as it is not hasty or impulsive. And again, this intent element is specific intent. We know in this case that Miss Wilkins is down in the basement, that she's trying to leave, and the defendant slaps her, hits her. She grabs her, she pulls her around, she tries to push her into the bathroom. She's not able to do that. She gets her into the bedroom, where she is brutally assaulted. She's hit repeatedly in the face. She's cut in the neck. She's strangled multiple times. The hands are put on the windpipe so that Miss Wilkins loses consciousness. A pillow is put over her face. A lava lamp is bashed on her head. There's cuts to her abdomen, and her baby is removed. And what the attempted murder is in this case is that after all of that, she's laying there with her guts hanging out, bleeding profusely. What does this defendant do? She leaves her there to die, to bleed out. And you heard from Dr. Berg that when he saw Michelle Wilkins, that she had lost over half of the blood in her body. You can't take a baby from somebody, can't steal their baby from them, rip it out of the abdomen without trying to kill that person.